Hi, this is Paul Slatkus, Good News Planet and Good News Israel, and I'm speaking with Andy Rudnick. Hi, Andy. How are you?
I'm doing great, Paul. How are you?
Okay, good. Actually, Andy started some years ago, and we're going to learn about it, an event that actually now has had over 1,000 marriages, and some of those couples will now be sending some of their children to his event. It's called Matzoball. Tell us about it. It's the 28th annual Matzoball, and it's going to take place on December 24th. Tell us about it.
Sure. First of all, the Matzoball is now its 28th year. I started this event out of college. I went to Boston University and saw a need for an opportunity to bring young Jewish kids together in an environment that would be more conducive to, lowering inhibitions and having fun. And, what started off as just an idea has turned more or less over the years into an institution on Christmas Eve where today, Christmas Eve has become more or less the Valentine's Day for young Jewish professionals across the board. Back then, everything was closed. So over the years, it has definitely grown and become something where young Jewish single people are looking forward to this event because they all know that everybody going to this event are looking for a relationship, whether it be, short and whatnot, or a long-lasting, but definitely looking to meet another young Jewish person to establish that relationship.
That's great. That's great. Why? How have you organized it now? It's really grown into so many other cities. And what other cities are you in?
Sure. Back in 1987, we started in Matzoball in Boston, and then in 1989 was when we expanded it to New York City and Boca Raton. The first location in New York City was at the Limelight, where we had approximately 1,200 people attend the first Matzoball in 1989 in New York City. And then from there, we've been in New York City, every year since then. Back in 1990s, when we expanded into other cities like Chicago, L.A., Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and then so on and so forth. This year, we're now in, we actually have 20 matzo balls going on Christmas Eve, and then we have our first annual Matzah Splash Party, which is our Vegas-style pool party on Christmas Day, which will happen in Miami Beach. What's interesting about that is also not only is it going to be our first annual Matzah Splash, but we're also going to be crowning Miss Juniverse at the pool, at the Fontainebleau, on Christmas Day. So it's a marquee event. It is going to be epic.
Andy, where'd you get your good sense of humor and good belief in keeping people all together and helping them find others for love, romance, and marriage?
I think that instinctively comes naturally as being Jewish. We all have a sense of humor, and we all want to stick together. And it's just really, quite honestly, I'm having a good time. And I always have had a good time. I remember like yesterday, it's now 28 years, but I remember, the first event overlooking the crowd in Boston and watching this thing unfold and watching these people having so much fun and knowing that it really made a difference. So that's really gratifying for me.
All right. Well, it's well deserved. I have attended them and over the years, and they are a lot of fun, and a lot of people are just there having a good time, meeting each other. It's a mitzvah. You're doing a nice mitzvah.
Well, what makes it interesting, Paul, is that it in different than any other night is that Christmas Eve is the only night of the year that you can more or less deliver the top venue in any major city to more or less exclusively the young Jewish market. There's no other night you can do that, number one. And secondly, because it's Christmas Eve, you're able to get a top venue. So you put the two together where you take a top venue in any major market and be able to deliver it, it lends itself to a special evening. And then what happens is because it's an event and not something that's going to happen every month or every week like a typical singles organization would do, because it becomes a sort of event, people get geared up for it, and the people that go to it are excited. So what makes this event isn't the nightclub, it isn't Christmas Eve, it's the people attending the event because of the mindset. The mindset is, I'm here to meet somebody Jewish, and they're going to, they're excited to do so. So when those, two people come together with that same goal in mind, that's when things happen. And that's what makes the Matzoball special.
I love it. Where is it physically here in New York?
New York, it's going to be at Capitol, which is our 9th year in a row at the same venue. It's a gorgeous venue. and down in the Bowery, 130 Bowery Street in Lower East Side. It is an old bank building, historical bank building that was redone. It's gorgeous with 40-foot ceilings, and it's a large ballroom space which lends itself perfectly for an event like this, so that people aren't separated. And it holds, we hold 2,500 people, and we're expecting 2,500 to 3,000 people attend this event.
Wow. And now, what age groups will attend, do you say?
Sure. We market it 21 to 49. What we've typically seen is the average age is probably 30 to 35. So, I wouldn't be, but, the advice I give people, because I just turned 50 myself, so I'm kind of, the first year I technically can't go to my event. But I think that it really comes down to, age is a number that means nothing. And it's really about how old do you feel. I mean, I know people that are in their 60s that, look and feel like they're in their 40s and 50s. It's, you want to go out, you want to have a good time, just come on. I mean, again, I'm not encouraging someone to come to the Matzoball if they're, 60 and they're looking for food and a place to sit down. That's not what the Matzoball is all about. It's all about how you feel. If you're feeling young, then you should go. But, if you're not in that environment, if you're not in that mindset, if you're at that stage of life where, the music's too loud and, there's no food and all the other stuff, it's not for you.
Got it. What's the website?
Website is matzoball.org, matzoball.org.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, Andy, you've done a great thing here for the Jewish community, and you've maintained it. You kept it very respectful and honorable, and obviously that's why it has grown so much. Do you work full time on this?
Yes, I do actually. Now it was part time for many years. It started off as full time for the first 8 years, and we had an organization running travel club, magazine, monthly events, and then mid '90s. I got involved in another business, so I basically tapered it all back to just the event on Christmas Eve, the Matzoball. And that's right around when J-Date came in and the digital world started. So, because we didn't have the leg up at that time, we basically made it a part-time event. But now that the event has gotten as much attention as it has, and the fact that we're able to now leverage the social media and other technology, we're using this year's Matzoball to go full-time. So this is what I do full-time right now, and the momentum of this year's Matzoball is going to drive us right into January. We're going to be launching our Matzah Mingle after-work events in every major city. We'll be doing these networking events once a month, which will be after-work events. We're also doing a virtual Matzah Mingle every week, which is online, which is free, and that's every Wednesday evening between 10 and 12, between 10 and 11. And we also have travel, and we'll be doing other featured events similar to the Matzoball, like the Meet Knish, Party Tia Plots, the Big Simus. These are other event names that we'll be doing during the course of the year, which will run on a holiday weekend, like the Matzoball, but will be on like President's Day, Labor Day, Memorial Day. So you will see us this year in 2015 as a result of this year's event. We will be very visible across the board with SYJP, which is the organization that drives this initiative.
Well, you make shidduchs. You're a great man in this regard, and thank you for doing. I'll just mention I'm on the board of the Actors Temple here in New York City, in the Theater District. Classic play, Sophie Tucker, Three Stooges, Marx Brothers, all the
nice
Jewish comedians. We're members, and we have a very active community. A lot of friars, and some Broadway shows going on in there too. So we have a space.
We can certainly help with that too. We can market that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we could certainly. Yeah, with the organization where we're headed with the membership base, we could take everything that you're doing, package it for the young, for this professional group, and drive it through the membership to help drive that initiative. We could talk about that offline.
Okay, let's do that. That's a beautiful thing, and for you to also have some events at our place. That would be beautiful. Well, Andy, thank you so much. I'm so happy I got a chance to meet the man behind the Matzoball. And do you know how to make a nice Matzoball too?
My wife does, fortunately, who I met at the Matzoball, which has worked out very well for me. But no, I don't. I'm not a very good cook.
There you go.
But,
all right.
I do appreciate the time.
Two last quick questions. What's good news for you? Last question.
Sorry?
What's good news for you?
What's good news for me?
Yes.
What's good news for me?
Yeah.
I wake up every morning.
That's perfect.
That's something that's very good news for me. Is I can get up. My kids are healthy. My wife still loves me. And I feel good about what I do every day, knowing that I'm making a difference is all good news for me. Was that the question you asked me?
The last question is we're very involved with world peace. We do large peace circles on September 21st, working to achieve the whole world to be on the same peace page. It's the International Day of Peace. What is peace for you?
Peace for me is if everybody from every race, religion, and culture could come to the Matzoball, okay, leave everything at the door, including their suicide jacket, and have a good time.
I love you. You're a good man. All right, Andy, great.